My dearest brothers and sisters, this is Tunia speaking. I love you so very much. Today I would like to make a general video about what to do if you have some sort of physical or psychological discomfort. Please note that nothing in this video is medical or psychological advice. Please listen to your doctor and/or psychologist. Please go to a doctor and/or psychologist if you are ill. Note that very likely you will not become completely free of suffering during this lifetime. Even we Pleiadians experience a degree of suffering when, for example, our loved ones transition, or if we are romantically in love with someone but they do not romantically love us back. While this is easier said than done, ideally it would be good not to have too much resistance to suffering. It would be good if you could see it as unpleasant but nonetheless as a part of life, as just another experience. Everything passes, including any pain you may be currently feeling. That said, it is certainly possible to heal to a large extent. If you do, your life will become much more pleasurable and you will come closer to yourself. Your spirituality will also deepen tremendously. If you embark on the journey of healing, it may seem that this journey is endless. This is an illusion. At some point your life will be significantly better than it is now and you will experience significantly less suffering than you do now. At that time, you will be very glad you went through that process. Also note that if you heal just a portion of your psychological wounds, then your life improves noticeably. It's not like the healing reward only comes at the very end of your healing journey. Every bit of healing makes your life better. At some point you might even be happy if you get triggered by something, because you will realize that this is an opportunity to heal and thus make your life even better. That said, ideally you embark on the healing journey not from a place of I hate myself or my life but from a place of I wish to give myself the gift of self-love and the gift of a better life. Yes, if you are in pain, this can be a challenging mindset to adopt. As always, we do not recommend repressing or judging any part of you to achieve this mindset. If your genuine emotions are that right now you hate yourself, then we recommend consciously observing that emotion without judging it or repressing it or trying to change it. We will discuss this later. So, let's suppose John has some illness or discomfort. What can he do to address that? Well, Earthlings usually try to find one thing to fix their illness. We think this is strange, because almost all illnesses have at least a physical component, a psychological component, and an energetic component. This suggests that the problem should be addressed on at least 3 levels, with 3 remedies. So in general, we recommend addressing illnesses on multiple levels. Here are some techniques that you can think about combining. First of all, there is the physical level. Your mainstream medicine sometimes does a good job here and at other times it does not. Herbs can also help here. Let's say that John has fungus on his skin. Then he can Google, skin fungus herbs. Or he can go to a herbologist. There are also many other physical treatments that can help. Another technique that can help is playing certain sound frequencies. If you go to a Pleiadian healer or spiritual teacher, then sound will be one of the things that will be used to help you. Because there are very few skilled sound healers on your planet, it may be best to follow your own intuition with regards to what sounds you need. YouTube has a lot of great music here. By the way, if you feel called to become a sound healer, then you may be able to help a lot of people, especially if you can combine it with other healing modalities too. It's also good to just look at general health and general stress levels, because if someone is unwell in general, that can contribute to certain illnesses. Are you sleeping enough? Do you have enough relaxation and entertainment time? Are you eating at least relatively well? Then there's the energetic level. Reiki is well known here. Quantum touch is another energy healing technique, one which we slightly prefer to Reiki. You can find practitioners via your favorite search engine. Shamans can also help. So can certain natural psychedelics, although psychedelics can also be harmful. Another part of the energetic level is that your soul might want you to do a certain thing. If you consistently do not follow the pulling of your soul, then that could lead to illness. This is another reason why it is important to follow your intuition. Hakann's message about, how do I know what is true, can be helpful here. Finally, there's the psychological level. Being unwell psychologically can very much cause or contribute to illnesses. Psychologists can help here. The website completionprocess.com can also help here. Teal Swan developed the completion process, and while we do not agree with everything she says or does, we do think her completion process is excellent. It can also be good to ask yourself what this illness means to you. If you have a hard time answering that, you can try to think, my soul, what is the psychological part of this illness? Only answers that arise immediately come from your soul. Your soul will answer in your normal inner voice, but the answer will be from your soul. Note that the emotional component of an illness can be very literal and straightforward, so literal that earthlings think, no, it can't be this simple. But sometimes, it is. For example, someone with skin fungus might have psychological issues relating to being touched, being seen, or being appreciated. Sometimes if you fix the psychological basis for the illness, or if you learn the lesson or take the action that your soul wants you to take, then the illness just goes away. Whenever a so-called negative emotion comes up or when you get triggered, it can be a good practice to just observe any emotion that comes up, without judging or repressing it or trying to change it. This automatically heals it. What you're feeling, you're healing. Anytime you find yourself projecting negative things upon someone else, even if you have no idea whether those things are true, then that is a sign that some old wound or limiting belief or insecurity of yours got triggered. In this case, it is good to observe your own emotions without judging or repressing them or trying to change them. If you have a hard time not judging or repressing an emotion, it can be good to think, I accept that I am feeling angry. Or if you can't accept that, try thinking, I accept that I struggled to accept feeling angry. The book, A Course in Miracles, can also help psychologically, as well as energetically. YouTuber Aaron Obke has a great introduction to this book. As I said earlier, we recommend combining all of these modalities. So for example, a good healer might do the following. The client enters. Appropriate music is playing. The healer welcomes the client and gives them something to drink. The healer asks how the client is doing and feeling lately. If appropriate and if the healer is qualified for this, then they can give help on a coaching or psychological level here. The healer can also suggest some herbs, if the healer is qualified. Or if appropriate, the healer may suggest that after this session the client visits another healer or doctor or psychologist. If the healer gets the impression that the client is not truly motivated to heal, then it can be good to investigate this. Why not? Is the client getting something out of the illness, such as sympathy and attention and consideration from the people around him? Likely healing will not work if the client deep down does not want to heal, even if they verbally say they want to. The healer can ask if the client has good routines like eating or sleeping. If not, the client can give some suggestions here too. It's better to encourage the client to gradually improve their routine than it is to pressure them to immediately fix everything. Then the practitioners can offer energy healing, possibly combined with another form of music. Finally, the healer can perhaps offer the client some tools to use in their daily life, such as some suggestions I have made in this message. The sentence I accept that I am currently feeling this way can be a great and easy to use tool, for example. I hope this helps. I wish you all the best. If you are currently unwell, you have my deepest empathy. I love you so very much. Tunia.